Hey family, and welcome back to another week's video. In this week's video, we're going to discuss how I came up with this beautiful design for my powder bathroom. I'm going to tell you about all the tricks, how I came up with the design, and how you can accomplish this for yourself. So please stick around as we explore this beautiful design. Hey family, my name is Judith and I am an interior designer. On this channel, I like to share my design methods. I like to educate you on design. I like to do DIYs, and I also like to do lifestyle videos. So if that's something that you're looking for, go ahead, stick around and be a part of this family. Please share the video. Leave me a comment down below. It really helps out my channel and I will really appreciate it. Now let's get into this video. Okay family, so the first thing, close the door, I don't want no noise, child. The first thing we're going to talk about is my featured wall. Okay family, like I was saying, this wall is definitely a change order. Okay, the shape and the idea of the wall has not changed, but what changed was that big focal point that I was looking for. So before, we were going to add some mirrors here, and I will pop in the inspirational picture that gave me the idea to even try to do this in the room. Okay, so before, this was going to be a mirrored wall. I tried putting the mirror wall. I put six mirrors up here, guys, and they kept breaking and breaking and breaking. So I think after the sixth one, I was like, this is not meant to be. We are not doing this, and I'm done. So in me trying to think on what else can I do here on this wall, it just hit me. It went off like a light bulb. So what I did is I took some plaster. I went and got me some plaster from Home Depot. And I had a trowel, so I just took that. I used the wide part, the wide tip of the trowel, and I started creating this design. So I put the plaster on first and then do the trowel. What really made me wanted to do this was because I knew what vase I was gonna put here. The vase has the same texture. This vase has the same texture. So everything is kind of marrying into each other. Okay, aside from that, this piece, it's framed out as an artwork, as you can see. I wanted to put a shelf on this piece because I know I wanted to add the artwork, and I wanted everything off of the floor. Because it's a very small space, you want your floor to be very clean. So I didn't want everything off of the floor. So that's why the shelving is here. But let me give you a little design trick or tip as we discuss this piece. So if you're gonna add, if you want to do this design and you have a window next to it like I do, or anything that has a shelf next to it, you kind of want to stay with that same line of sight, right? So when I was adding this, just imagine if this shelf was higher or even lower than this piece right here. Just imagine to yourself how off that would have looked. So that is something you have to keep in mind. You can have a beautiful design and simple stuff like this can spoil your design. So because I kept this shelf at the same line of sight, it made it look very uniform, very intentional, and it made the design float because your eyes are flowing. You always want your eyes to flow within a design. So that was one of the tricks that I did in terms of where I wanted to place the shelf, because that could have been a very hard decision. Where do I place the shelf? Now, if I didn't have a mirror, if I didn't have a window on this wall, it would not have mattered. This was just a plain wall with nothing on it. It would not have mattered the height. Now, what I've been thinking about the height would be baby Zyla or, anybody, bumping their heads or anything like that. Now, the next thing I made sure is that it didn't stick out too far off of the wall. Okay, so guys, that's the little trick that I did here. Again, remember that I wanted this design to be very minimal. I wanted to have a big impact, but still be very elegant and very minimal and very bold. Okay, so where I brought in the boldness would be my choice of paint color, and would be these big items in a small space. Okay, so let's move on to the paint choice. So guys, as you can see here on my paint, what I did, if you go back to my video, you will see where I created this beautiful suede looking, so it's like a lime wash. So I created this lime wash on the wall where I utilized two different color paints, but they were two blacks. And also there were two different bases. So one was a satin base and one was an eggshell. Okay, so that's what I used to create this. You can definitely go back to the video and see how I came up with the, how I did the technique, how I applied it to the wall, if you want to try this. But this was a bold choice, definitely. Adding black into such a small space. What black does is it makes a space appear much bigger, because black, it gives it depth. Okay, just think on the night, you don't know where it ends. Like you're looking, you can't see the end of it. So it does make the space feel a little bit more bigger. White can also do that as well. But I chose to use black because I wanted to go very bold. Again, remember we're dealing with bold, elegance, and we're keeping it very, very minimal. For this design, I had 3 colorways that I wanted to go with. I wanted to do white, black, and gold. That was my colorways that I wanted to go with, and I wanted to bring it in. I wanted the gold to be very minimal, but I bring it into the space, okay? So you will see where I brought the gold in, but I kept it very minimal in bringing it in, and I also mixed my metals, okay? That is quite fine once you do it correctly. So let's move on to the other wall so I can show you. I have 2 accent walls going on in this space, but one of them is to create boldness and depth, and one is to bring some subtleness to the space and to the entire design. Okay guys, so this is my wall covering that I choose. It's very subtle and it's very elegant, and it soothes the eye, it soothes the space. If the entire room was black, not saying it would not have looked good, but you would not have had this subtleness going on, okay? So I wanted this one side that was going to house the vanity, the toilet, all these white objects. I didn't want them on a black wall. I wanted them on something that was very subtle. So this wall covering definitely did that, okay? Now let's move on to my sink area. So at the sink area, I still, again, I could have gone gold here, but remember I said I wanted my gold to be very minimal, and I'm going to show you how I made it very minimal with the pieces that I selected. So I repurposed this mirror that I used to have upstairs in my hallway. I repurposed that. Then I added this lotion and soap dish that has a hint of gold on it. And the other ways that I added gold was through my shelving and through my ceiling. So if you look up at the ceiling, as you will see the gold in the ceiling. So I did do gold in the ceiling. That's the wood tone that I chose, something that was very warm on the honey side. Okay, and I also did that same color on my shelves, and you're seeing it also in these beautiful steps. So with my light fixture, it has gold on it. It is black and gold, and I'm really glad that I got this shape of a light fixture, because I think any other shape would have kind of thrown off the whole design. So the light fixture is very elegant, very modern, very minimal. Okay, so over here continuing by the vanity, I decided to add a black towel holder here, and I added 2 wash towels there, just keeping again with the black and the white. Now my white is not a stock white that I used. I used a very creamy looking white is what I used in this space. Okay guys, let's discuss this vanity. So I got this vanity top from either Lowe's or Home Depot. I forgot at this point. I got this faucet from Amazon and I remade my doors and my drawer frame. Okay, so I do have that on the video as well, so if you want to know, you can go and look at that. But I wanted it, again, the shaker saw always gives you this clean, modern look, and that is what I was going for. And again, I wanted everything to be the same color on this wall. Okay? Moving on to the toilet area, as you can see, all I did was add a little bit of elegance on top of the toilet. So you know that these bowls, these covers kind of have like a little bevel. So to avoid that, I put a marble tray on top of this. I also added my vase. The vase is bringing in a little bit of color into the space. And then the stems from Hobby Lobby, that's definitely bringing in some color into the space. Okay. The next thing we're going to talk about is this floor that I put in. So this is a vinyl floor that I got from Amazon, and it definitely did the trick. As you would know, before I had a black floor in here and it was not working. Okay, so this floor is from Amazon. Okay guys, so here at this window, you guys know that I changed out the blinds. Now I was determining, should I go with black blinds or not? And in the end I was like, nah, I'm going to go with white blind, which I got from IKEA. Okay, so I think that really cleaned off the design. I'm definitely gonna get these. There are some window stoppers that one of the subscribers said for me to get, but I haven't been able to get out the house to go and get that. So I'm definitely going to get 8 pairs to put on all my windows downstairs. So guys, I just want you guys to take in this design. If you guys are going to try any part of this design in your home, or if you need a little advice, just leave it down in a comment. And you guys know I always answer my comments, so definitely come back for the answer that you were looking for. I definitely did not want this to show, so I definitely hid it behind here. And guys, when you walk into the bathroom, you're looking around for what smells so amazing, and it's this diffuser that I hid behind the vases. You guys should know this diffuser because we bought those from Amazon a few weeks ago, and it's just back there doing its thing. See, you can't see it. I didn't want anything at all disturbing the beauty of this space. So guys, again, I will let you to enjoy the space, and I'll see you back on the next upload.